I have student loan debts and very realistically would stand to benefit greatly, right, up to $10,000 to $20,000, I would stand to benefit greatly from the Biden administration's ridiculous decision to do this. Now, with that said, allow me to tell you why this is unbelievably stupid and absolutely wrong, right? As someone who can stand on my principle and say, listen, I would stand to benefit from this, this is still wrong, right? Principle doesn't change if it, just when it's convenient or anything like that. This is objectively wrong. And as somebody who loves the Constitution, right? I love the Constitution. I've read it front and back like a million times. I've studied it in great, great detail. The first question that my head goes to is, under what authority does the Biden administration do this, right? I'm fairly familiar with Article 2 of the United States Constitution, which lays out the powers of the executive branch. It lays out the powers of the president. Nowhere in Article 2 do you find the unilateral authority for the president of the United States to just start waiving entire categories of debt, to just start walking around. What's next? Is he going to start walking around just, oh, your mortgage is gone. Oh, you don't like paying that off? Okay, we'll pay off that too. Your car payment? Oh, well, we'll just pay off that too, right? There is no such authority, right? There is absolutely no such authority for the president of the United States to just mosey on into his office someday, pick up a pen, grab a piece of paper, and just write, there's no, oh, there you go, you don't have to pay that back. To heck with that. Who are you to have that authority? Because listen, folks, like I said, there's no such thing as canceling debt. There's no such thing as forgiving this debt. Someone has to pay for everything. So when the federal government shows up and they say, oh, we're going to wave this mystical, magical wand and just declare that you no longer have to pay these things. No. That's not how that works. That's not the real world. That's not real life. Someone has to pay for everything. There's no such thing as a free lunch. You know who pays for this? Right? When they say we've forgiven it. No. You haven't forgiven it. You haven't canceled it. You've transferred it. You have transferred $20,000 in debt from the person who agreed to take on that debt. You've now taken it and you've pushed it off onto other people who did not agree to do that. And you know what's somewhat most egregious out of all of this is just a giant middle finger right in the face of everyone who did it the right way. Think of all of the people, right? The single mom, right? They always love these emotional appeals. I can do it too. Think of the single mom who worked day in and day out. She picked up night shifts. She busted her butt doing everything she could to get herself through college, to pay her way through college while raising two kids, while working nights, while doing everything in her power to do it the right way, because she knew if she took out a loan, she'd have to pay it back. So she paid her way through college. She worked her way through college. She did it the right way. And yesterday, she paid her last payment. She finally paid her last payment on her college loans, and she wakes up today to hear that the Biden administration has canceled them for everyone else who didn't work half as hard as her, who didn't plan, who didn't do it the right way. They get the magic wand waved, and you know what she gets? She gets to foot the bill, not just for her own loans, but she gets to foot the bill for everyone else who didn't do it the right way. The Biden administration has sat back, took a big sip of their tea, and did a big F you to everyone who did it the right way. Think about it. This is why you don't let government pick winners and losers, because someone always loses. And it's the selfish, entitled pieces of trash. I'm not holding back today, folks. I'm not pulling my punches today. It is the self-entitled, selfish brats that are out there saying, well, someone needs to pay for my loan. Yeah, you're right. That someone is you. Don't expect anyone else in the world to, when you go to a restaurant, do you sit there and cry because the bill was higher than you wanted it to be and you got a poor product? No, you don't cry and expect someone else to pay it. You'd never take out a loan on your car and then say, oh, crap, this was a bad financial decision that I can't support on my own. I'm going to go use the federal government to extort money out of everyone else to pay for my asinine, stupid decision. That's not how life works, you entitled, selfish brat. I have no interest in paying for anyone else's stupidity. Listen, I'm sorry. To all of the college students, I'm 23, I'm familiar, I know where you're at, right? I stand to benefit from this too. I'm not someone who can't relate to you. But I'm telling you, this is your fault and it's my fault. And if you want somebody to blame, if you want to be pissed at anybody whenever it comes to your student loans, if you want to blame somebody and you don't want to blame yourself, right? If you want to blame somebody else, blame your college for giving you a crappy product. Blame your college for selling you a bill of goods that turned out to be a bag of dog crap.